Okay, so today we will discuss a phenomenon called ESP, extrasensory perception. As the term implies, it's a kind of perception beyond senses. See, all of us have the five senses, but then there are some of us who have a sixth sense. You would have heard of the famous movie by Manoj Night Shyamalan, The Sixth Sense. So the people with sixth sense have two qualities. They have a quality called precognition. They also have a quality called retrocognition. And the normal people have only the quality called cognition. Whereas people with ESP have precognition and retrocognition. What all these words mean, I will be explaining while you watch the slides. Slides, please. So let's first discuss this mysterious phenomenon called precognition. You would have seen a good number of movies, including in our local language, about people with precognition or predictive powers. The most famous person with precognition is none other than Nostradamus, who almost predicted every single major event in the history of modern world. Now, there have been a number of people in every locality who have predicted with precision the onset of natural calamities and other events, even the results of elections and things like that. So those who have ESP have a power of precognition. Next slide. And some have a power called retrocognition, in the sense they can actually sense what happened in the past, events which they have not seen. For example, in a murder scene, if you bring a person with ESP, through his retrocognitive powers, he might see the entire event, the murder itself, like a flashback cinema. The entire event like a flashback cinema. Imagine how much easier the task of the detectives and the sleuths and organizations like CBI, RAW, and CIA would be if they had a person with proven powers of retrocognition. At every scene of crime, they would see the exact scene or what exactly happened, like a flashback in a movie. So this is the power of retrocognition. Next slide, please. ESP takes very many names and forms. Even telepathy, that is a kind of phenomenon where twins, especially monozygotic twins or maternal twins separated by a long distance, feel the same at the same point of time. For example, let's say these twins, one is in US, one is in Australia. When the twin in US feels depressed, there is a feeling of depression for the other twin in Australia without any specific reason or cause. Please note, even the physical pain felt by one of the twins in US could be felt by the other one in Australia. So this is called telepathy, which is actually another facet of extrasensory perception. Now, whether it is real, I will clarify. Back to me, please. Yeah. I would like to reassure you without a shadow of doubt that ESP is real. It's true. You and me, we have all experienced ESP, though in a minor form. See, for example, look back into your own life. At some points, you would have felt saddened, depressed, frustrated, confused, without any specific reason at that point of time. Later on, you would have found out that someone who is very dear to you would be going through that same feeling at that point of time. Just go back into your own life, explore. I am sure each one of us has similar experiences. So this is a minor form of ESP. So extrasensory perception is absolutely real. Every single human being has a limited capacity for ESP. We would have felt this perception many times in our lives. Just flashback, look back into your own life, you'll be convinced. But some of us are blessed with immense powers of ESP. They have the precognition of what is going to happen in the whole world. And then that's a Nostradamus kind. So there are few of us with such enormous gifts. And there are some of us with gifts of retrocognition, who when at a particular scene of an event gets a flashback of the whole event. So this is all absolutely real. To convince yourself, you just look back into your own life. Thank you very much.